have to ask me questions to get the ball rolling.
Right. Okay. So, the first one being, who are you?
Who am I?
Uh-huh.
Robert Pratley. I'm the curator of the UK Herbarium, and I am housed in the forestry department, although the herbarium is housed in another building not too far away. And I teach several botany and tree-related classes in forestry.
Perfect. Okay.
I wasn't expecting that question. Gee, who am I?
That's a hard question.
Existential question.
You sort of already answered, what do you do? As far as collecting, I really like when we were talking about this, I didn't get it on film, you were telling me about what a specimen collection looks like. So
what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's start with what's an herbarium. An herbarium is essentially it's a collection. It's a natural history collection of plants. They are pressed and dried, and they are organized the way a library is organized. So essentially it's a library, a reference library of plants collected in various places. In our herbarium, most of them are Kentucky collections. There are also regional collections from adjacent states, and there are even some exotic tropical collections from one of my distant predecessors, which are very nice to have. But my job is to collect in the state. Does that answer it?
Yes, I was just... oh, where... what does that mean? Oh, where has the herbarium been housed at UK?
Okay. Well, when I got here, I don't know about before I got here, but when I got here, it was in the Tower of Funkhauser, in that turret-looking part of it, and it was in quite a state of disarray, which was one of my major first tasks, was moving it over to this building, and then trying to put it in order a little bit. From here, it was housed in adjacent rooms to where my office is, very convenient, but then they decided they wanted that space for meeting rooms and offices and things like that, so then it moved to a building on Washington Avenue, whose name everyone referred to it as the insectary, because the entomology department had stuff going on in there, and then they kind of abandoned it, and our department, or somebody, put a fair amount of money into attempting to revitalize that building, which was more or less a failure because it was a very difficult and very dysfunctional building. Then the university decided that they wanted that space, we don't know what for, and I was hurried out of there, and we moved yet again to the space that I mentioned before, which is on the other side, from the forestry building, on the other side of the Marquis Cancer Center, in a building called the Dimmick Building, and now we're on the second floor, kind of in the back, and if I didn't say this to you before, it's the best space I've had since I've been here in the UK, so it was a happy ending after an arduous move. Did we talk about that? You don't want to hear about the move.
It was a stressful process.
Yeah. Now you're going to put this in a project that you're handing in?
Sort of. It's a documentary. So
yeah. So you're going to have, what, 5 minutes? You're going to edit this? And, yeah.
I'll take out... Basically, the idea is I have the original news clipping from the day in 1922 when the UK...
Mm-hmm. Nice.
They had it at the library. So I got some clippings of that, and it's a neat little pan transition of that news clipping. And then I'm talking to one of the people that you emailed me about, Scott
Gleason?
I think so.
Yeah, he'll talk.
Either him or...
He doesn't know much about... Well, he knows Willem Meyer anyway.
Right. And so I'm going to get some information about him.
I would wager that Scott never set foot in the herbarium, no matter where it was. Because he's a plant ecologist. He's not that kind of ecologist. What was that? I was going to ask you.